The word echoed in Pip's ears, cold and sharp. Recession. He knew it meant winter, but the fear in the great owl's voice made it feel like something more, something worse. He looked at the wise badger, his own voice barely a whisper. "I know it's winter, but what does that really mean? For Barnaby? For the squirrels? For all of us down here?" The wise badger's expression was somber. He didn't answer with words. He answered with a journey. "Do you remember the great summer, Pip?" he asked quietly. "The sounds of it, the feeling in the air?" Pip closed his eyes and remembered. He remembered the constant happy sound of Barnaby's hammers, the cheerful chatter of the squirrels at their factory, the bustling energy of the great forest market. It felt like a lifetime ago. "The great winter," the badger said, his voice cutting through the memory, "is the sound of that music stopping. Come, let me show you." He took Pip on a tour of the now silent forest. Their first stop was Barnaby the beaver's ambitious new construction site, but there was no construction. A half-finished dam stood like a skeleton against the gray sky. The tools, once symbols of progress, were lying on the ground, already covered in a thin layer of frost. Barnaby was there, rolling up his blueprints with a heavy heart. He was talking to a younger beaver, one of the assistants he had hired during the summer. "I'm sorry, Tom," Barnaby said, his voice low. "The river of acorns has frozen. The bank is not lending. No one is ordering new projects. I can't afford to pay you or even buy more timber. We must hibernate." The young beaver looked at his now useless tools, then at his empty paws, and simply nodded, a cloud of cold breath escaping his lips. Next, they went to the squirrel's nut processing facility. Pip remembered the frantic, happy energy of the place. Now it was nearly empty. Chatter and Scurry, the owners, were standing in their giant warehouse looking anxious. The warehouse was piled to the ceiling with premium nuts, a monument to the optimism of summer, but it was a prison of inventory. "We have the best product," Chatter whispered, "but no one is buying. Everyone is holding on to their acorns, only buying what they absolutely need." In the corner, a single squirrel was sadly handing in his nut-gathering basket to a manager who couldn't look him in the eye. The factory had to downsize. Finally, they walked through the great forest market. It was a ghost town. The baker's stall, usually a beacon of warmth and delicious smells, was dark and cold. The toy maker's cheerful carvings were covered with a dusty tarp. The domino effect was devastatingly clear. Barnaby's laid-off workers could no longer afford the squirrel's premium nuts. The squirrels with no income could no longer afford the baker's bread. The entire forest was holding its breath. Pip was horrified. He looked at the quiet despair on every face. "This is a catastrophe," he whispered. "It's just destruction." "It is painful, Pip," the badger agreed, "but it is not just destruction. A recession is also like a forest fire. It is terrifying to witness. The smoke stings your eyes and the heat makes you want to run. It burns away many good, healthy things, and that is a tragedy. But look closer," he said, pointing to a distant hill. "It has also burned away the dead wood, the sick trees, and the tangled undergrowth that was choking the forest, making space for new, healthy life to grow when the rains come." He pointed directly at a pile of rubble, the flashy, unstable tower of shiny pebbles that the sly fox had built during the summer had completely collapsed. It was worthless. Businesses built on hype and cheap debt are the first to fall. They are the dead wood. But the strong, well-managed businesses, like Barnaby's core dam, will survive this winter. They will be leaner, smarter, and ready for the new growth when spring comes. The real fuel of a recession, Pip, is fear. Fear to spend, fear to hire, fear to build. It is a winter of the mind as much as it is a winter of the economy. But like all winters, it ends. Pip finally understood.
Recession wasn't just random chaos, it was a painful but natural cleansing, a time when the strong survive, the foolish are exposed, and the forest ultimately becomes healthier. His fear was replaced by a sober respect for the power of the cycle. He looked out over the quiet, hibernating forest, no longer seeing just an ending, but the cold, silent beginning of something new. An analytical question began to form in his mind. He turned to the badger. "I understand the seasons now, but how does the great owl know? Is she just guessing when she turns the tap, or is there a way to measure it? How does she know if the forest is big or small, growing or shrinking? Is there a giant measuring stick for the entire economy?"